Good morning. Today I'm doing a reading for someone in California, and I thought maybe you would like to watch a portion of the reading that I do for a St. Michael's Divination Box, which I sell on my website. If we haven't met before, my name is Tina Leonard, and I own Tina Leonard Healing, and I teach others how to do healing sessions and how to read cards if they wish in order to help other people heal, and also how to be more spiritual or to walk the spiritual path if they wish. One thing I start off using is maybe some King Arthur Holy Grail. This is by Amanda Ellis. I just spray some of this around to keep this space holy. And then I'm going to light a frankincense stick, just keeping the energies clean and blessing the cards, the space. You want to keep everything high vibrational as possible. I've already done some readings this morning. So I just, all of a sudden it hit me. I should probably share some information and let you watch a live reading. It's good to use some sage. This is white sage to help clear the space, to keep the card deck clean. I will use, during this reading, I will use 3 different decks, but I'm going to only show you one now because, as I say, this is a personal reading. I'm starting with the Kipper deck to get the underlying energies of what I need to know for this person, my client's highest and best good. What is the underlying energy of what she needs to know and what will help her? And part of the St. Michael's Divination Box, it contains about $175 worth of crystals, and plus a long reading and mantras. You can find these on my Tina Leonard Healing website at Etsy. So it's Tina Leonard Healing at Etsy.com. If you wanted to take advantage of the few divination boxes I have left. So the first thing we're going to do is look into my client's, can you see this? You cannot. Okay, let me pull these in, scooch these in a bit. Energies. The first thing I can see is that there's a wealthy man involved in some way in her life. I see the pathway card. This tells me that there is a spiritual connection between them. There was a growth that was needed between these two and the journey. Now, this is not a love reading per se. This could be a father, it could be an uncle, it could be a teacher. I don't know until I get deeper into the reading. But what I do know so far is that this deck is telling me that there is a wealthy man, and he has some kind of ticker tape running in the background. So possibly, and I don't know until I get further into the reading, possibly he made his money in the stock market, possibly he has good investments. The pathway can be a long time period that's going to be involved before the outcome. But the journey card tells me that this is going to affect my client in some kind of way. This energy between them is going to affect some kind of journey for her. I will pull 9 for this video. I'm only going to pull 6, but I will pull 9 cards and it will tell me more about what is going on for her. Then I will use another Kipper deck to tell me more today. That is what I'm going to use for her. And then I've been called to try to include also as well a tarot reading. So I will, for her today, I will use these 3 decks and an oracle deck to do her reading, which will be quite a long reading because she's wanting the Divination Box, which is what St. Michael has given me, or given me the instructions for any of his energies that he wants to share with people that come forward. This is specifically from St. Michael to my client. Again, we have the distant horizons. So this is a ship floating above the clouds with an anchor. And this tells me that along with the journey card and the pathway, there's a time element involved here. Again, we're looking at the wealthy man. So I need more information. That's what the 9 square reading in this case will tell me. We have a courthouse. This can mean a legal proceeding. It can mean an attorney, as a job as an attorney. It can mean documentation of some kind between them. Poverty card. That's the courthouse card. The poverty card does not necessarily portend poverty for my client. And until I draw all 9 cards, I won't know exactly what's going on. It could have been the childhood that she experienced. It could be where this wealthy man has come from. It could have been a long journey for him to get where he is. I'm a little suspicious because of the courthouse card that's going to come up in the middle. This is going to be a strong energy as it's in the middle. That means that by the time I pull the 9 cards of the beginning of this reading, and I say beginning of her divination box because as I've explained, there'll be 4 decks involved. Tarot, Oracle, and Kipper. Then I'll have a lot of information, but right now what I know is that the beginning of this deck, or this reading, tells me the main character, number 1, is the wealthy man. But our central energy is involving something to do with law or a legal proceeding. And it's going to affect every single part of the time element of this reading. In other words, when I read it down this way, this will be in it. When I look into the divination for her, it's going to go this way. It's going to come this way. It's going to come this way. And always, this will be part of the reading. So right now, we already know a lot. We have 3 time cards. We have law of some nature or legality of some nature, and we have a masculine element. We also have a poverty card that will tell us, and I just realized there's a cat in the back of this. Now you'll notice that these cards are very almost old British, maybe Edwardian or Victorian times. I would say Victorian, except for the ticker tape. I'm going to have to look that up. But the cat on the roof tells me also that there is a sneaky element, a moving forward, something hidden, something, especially he's on cobblestones. This little boy is on cobblestones. He's a chimney sweep. So something's been cleared in her timeline by the journey that she's going on, the journey that she's experiencing. And as we know, cats, they can be sneaky, they can be fun, they can be energetic. So this, in combination with the journey card, tells me that we're moving forward. So the last 3 cards in this reading, and the 9th card particularly, which will be the conclusion card, this will give me more information for this particular person. Then I will use another Kipper deck for confirmation of what I've read. Then again, a tarot deck, which today I'm going to be using the Haunted Mansion. I believe it's called the Haunted Mansion deck. And then I will use an oracle deck. The deck that's come forward today to speak is Archangel Michael's Sword of Light. And interestingly, his skull also came through to and identified himself to me today. So there's a lot of Saint Michael's energy in this, and I'm very much looking forward to finishing the reading. From this reading, I will learn what crystals are most aligned for what my client needs. And I will go and choose intuitively what I feel I see the most of that would help her in her future journey, or maybe if she's having an illness of some kind in her present. But I'll know more when I finish. This takes me about an hour and a half. Then I will type it up and I will include it in the St. Michael box with about 7 crystals. I usually try to put in something for each chakra. I usually try to put in a wand for someone because it's helpful to have something that they can direct energies with. Everybody needs, I think, a wand that assists them in looking and directing energy. Even if you just want to put it in your, direct positive flow into your body, that's helpful. If you want to direct icky energies out of your home, then a wand is helpful. And I have several wands, many wands, and I use them all for something different, whether it's healing or direction or removing energies from people or places that need to be removed, even entities. So this is the beginning of a St. Michael box. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was interesting. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe if you would. And I'm going to be trying to put up more of these kind of videos very soon for educational purposes and just to give a little bit of giving back into the collective, helping people with their own journeys, especially if, you're not there yet on the spiritual path, but you'd like to know more about it. I hope you find this helpful. Again, my name is Tina Leonard. Please like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions.